eating some KFC today. This is a mac and cheese chicken wrap. Okay, just a little dry. Let's try it with the KFC sauce. They should definitely put more mac and cheese in there. With the sauce, it tastes so good. I'm like eating this whole thing right now. Hey, the KFC sauce is good. Okay, so today I thought it would be funny to like talk about my biggest pet peeves, because I'm normally a very positive person, but I rarely talk about things that I do not like. So this is going to be a video of me eating KFC and complaining. I think KFC might have some of the best fries. Like, look at that. She's like thick but thin but also crispy. It's like the perfect combination of not too thin, not too thick, not too soggy, not too crispy. Oh my god. So my first pet peeve is when people grunt loudly at the gym. Listen, I go to the gym. When I work out, I get very tired and very winded. And there are times I just want to scream, but I don't. I have no problem with somebody like grunting a little bit, but the other day I was at the gym and this guy on the treadmill next to me was like, babe, if that is eliciting that reaction, maybe you should take it a little gentler. Like, it's okay, you don't have to do that. You know? The famous bowl is my favorite thing in the entire world. Cheese, chicken, mashed potatoes, corn. Oh my god. Another pet peeve of mine is being on a plane and everybody's standing at the exact same time and just waiting to get off the plane, but they're all standing. I just think it's pointless that we all stand, because just because you're standing, you don't get to go first, you know? The people in front of you are still gonna go get their stuff, so you might as well sit down. I feel like that's like a specific thing, but you hear everybody's seatbelt click at the exact same time and they all shoot up, and I'm like, congrats, now you're just standing and waiting. Okay, this happened to me this morning. When you're cooking and things get stuck to the pan, I know I could just use Pam, and I have Pam, but I try not to use it because, like, what is in Pam? Like, it kind of creeps me out that there's something in it that, like, I don't know, acts as Teflon. I don't know if that's actually true. It makes me miss Teflon pans. I was using Teflon pans for such a long time until it was revealed that Teflon's not good for you. Like, babe, growing up, my mom and my grandma would use these pans that were scratched to hell. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I was already poisoned by Teflon. Those pans were nasty. Another pet peeve is when people are rude to me AF for no reason at all. For example, yesterday I was at the Social Security office and I was taking a selfie there, and the security guard came over to me and he was like, hey, you can't take photos in here. To which I responded, I am so sorry, like, it will not happen again. All of a sudden, this man in front of me just goes like this and stares at me for, I kid you not, 8 minutes. Like, he was staring me down for 8 minutes, and I was like, what's happening? I was like looking at the security guard trying to be like, this guy is trying to kill me. And nobody was concerned that this guy was like staring at me for so long. So I get done with my appointment and I walk outside and he's there, and all of a sudden he just spits at me. The spit lands at my shoe and he's like, twit brain, go bother somebody else. Okay, let's relax for a second. If you're mad that I was taking a selfie, I wasn't even taking a photo of you, But if you think I was being annoying or a twit brain, which I guess I was a twit brain for not knowing that you're not supposed to take photos, I could understand that. Does it warrant you spitting on me, babe? No. So I was like, this man is clearly unwell. I didn't know what to do. I was standing there and it was like, I always think of SpongeBob with like the blinking fish. That was me. And then I started sprinting because I was so afraid. And people on TikTok, I told TikTok and they're like, oh my God, you should have fought. You will not catch me doing that. I had fish and chips to go eat. I was not going to let this man, I don't know, potentially hurt me even more. Because the fact of the matter is, there is a lot of crazy people out there, specifically in Washington, D.C. I've encountered some people, you just don't want to do anything because you don't know what's going to happen to you. You know, I was fully afraid of that man. I'm glad I did not fight back. I lived to tell the tale. Oh yeah, and this other guy, randomly when I was walking, this I was kind of like, oh, okay, I didn't mind this as much. He knocked my phone out of my hand when I was walking one time, and I was like, this isn't the worst thing that could happen because I should be on my phone less. Like, it was a good motivating factor to not be on my phone while I'm walking outside. But again, maybe if he walked up to me being like, hey, you should be off your phone right now while you're walking, I would have liked that. To slap my phone out of my hand, I don't like that. So that was just rude for no reason at all. And I'm a very understanding person, you know? So that's really that. Oh my God. Okay. When my gel nails come off really easily, like, what does that mean exactly? Does it mean that the salon didn't do a good job or what? Because every salon I've went to has had a different like gel durability. This is the second time I went to this one place and my gel came off so fast. Like, ew, and now my nails look gross. These are obviously very minuscule issues, but if I'm gonna ruin my nails, it might as well be a good nail job. I don't know. Maybe I just need to find a new place. And I think that the last place I went to is permanently closed. Next pet peeve is the arrow on Google Maps. I never know where I'm going. And I feel like the Google Maps arrow doesn't know where I'm going either, to be honest with you. Because sometimes it'll be like, oh, you're going left. Oh, you're going right. Oh, you're going diagonal. I'm like, pick one. And then I look like an idiot trying to like follow where the arrow is. I already have a really bad sense of direction. Oh. So when the literal map app is also bad at direction, like at that point, I don't know what to do. Over the weekend, I was invited by Tony's Chocolonely to go see the Rockettes. I don't know why my brain just assumed that they were playing at Madison Square Garden. Like, they're called the Radio City Rockettes. So we got to Madison Square Garden, me and my friend Cassie, and we're looking around. We're like, we don't see any Christmas things. We asked this guy, he's like, hey, where you want to go? Like, he was this like hilarious Italian man that works at Madison Square Garden. I asked him, where are the Rockettes playing? He's like, is she drunk? They're at the Radio City Music Hall. We had to go all the way to the Radio City Music Hall, and it was just very stressful. Which leads me to my next pet peeve, which is New York City at Christmas time. I can't do it. Only the parts of New York City that are so very touristy. Getting from Madison Square Garden to the Radio City Music Hall took so long, and we were lucky because the Tonys people were like, leave early because it's kind of crazy. So luckily we left early and made it to the show on time. But it took so long to just get from A to B because of all the people, you know? And you don't want to run because you don't want to bump into people. Like, it's literally like you can't move. I will say, DC, the metro system is not efficient at all. I told my sister, because she lives in upstate New York, I was like, I'm really impressed by the subway system. And she's like, oh, that's when you know DC's public transportation is bad. I was like, no, but seriously, the subway was so easy. Well, not necessarily. It was fast. I still got lost multiple times. I think my favorite part of the Famous Bowl is the corn. And the mashed potatoes. If one of your pet peeves is you don't like when food touches, you probably wouldn't like the Famous Bowl because it's kind of just like a mix of different foods. I like that stuff. I love mixing all my foods, like steak and mashed potatoes. Oh my God. Also, I think the last time I had KFC was many years ago. It was time. And I'm telling you, these fries are top tier. I'm just really impressed because you don't really hear people talk about KFC's fries. But I'm telling you, y'all, they're good. Next pet peeve. When fuzzies come off of towels that are mainly new, but I've had some come off when they weren't new. You shower, you're all clean, and then you dry yourself off and you have all this random stuff on you and you're like, ew. So I put on jojoba oil every night after I shower, and I can never see the fuzzies at first, but then when I put my oil on, I can see all the fuzzies and I'm like, ew, because now I'm like oily and I have stuff all over me. It is not pleasant. How do you make a towel not do that? Let me know. Do I have to like wash it with something? Like baking soda? I'm just making things up at this point. Baking soda. And when it happens, it's normally when it's a new towel and you're so excited, and even after you wash it, it still does that, and then you're like, I was so excited about this new towel. I mean, maybe that's what I get for getting my towels off of Amazon, but oh well. Devoured. This was bomb. Well, thank you. I feel like that was a really quick mukbang. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and happy holidays. Yes, yes, yes.